Ignatia Amara is derived from the seeds of the Strychnos ignatii tree, a climbing plant native to Southeast Asia, particularly the Philippines. These seeds, containing potent alkaloids like strychnine and brucine, undergo careful homeopathic processing. This method neutralizes the seed's inherent toxicity while preserving their energetic and therapeutic properties. Ignatia emerges as a safe and effective remedy, celebrated for its ability to address both emotional and physical distress, known as a balm for the grieving heart. Ignatia encapsulates nature's healing wisdom and compassion. Ignatia Amara reflects a paradoxical and deeply sensitive nature. The quintessential Ignatia personality is intelligent, idealistic, and emotionally intense. These individuals often present a composed exterior, even as they grapple with profound inner turmoil caused by grief, disappointment, or unmet expectations. Their world is a blend of lofty ideals and harsh realities, creating a silent storm within. Imagine Maria, a devoted mother and teacher admired for her strength. After losing her father unexpectedly, she continues her routine with apparent grace. Yet in private, she sighs deeply, feels a lump in her throat and sobs silently into her pillow. She avoids consolation, fearing it may expose her vulnerability. This silent grief and hidden emotional struggle are the essence of Ignatia Amara. Ignatia children are affectionate, sensitive, and bright, but emotionally fragile. They thrive in nurturing environments, but are deeply affected by rejection, criticism, or grief. These children may withdraw emotionally or react aggressively after disappointment, sigh frequently, or complain of stomach aches as physical expressions of emotional distress, develop intense attachments such as infatuations with a teacher or friend, and suffer greatly if these bonds are disrupted. Example, a child, upset after a quarrel with a friend, refuses to eat, sighs deeply, and complains of a stomachache, reflecting their unprocessed emotions. Teenagers. In adolescence, Ignatia's sensitivity becomes more pronounced. Romantic disappointments or academic failures can trigger mood swings, withdrawal, or hysterical outbursts. For example, a teenager heartbroken after a breakup alternates between crying privately and snapping at friends over trivial issues. The emotional intensity leads to physical symptoms like a lump in the throat or muscle spasms. Women requiring Ignatia are often caregivers or high achievers who suppress their own needs. They navigate heartbreak, societal expectations, and unreciprocated sacrifices with apparent composure. Yet their emotional shocks manifest physically as headaches, chest tightness, or menstrual irregularities. For example, a grieving widow overwhelmed by loss resists friends' efforts to console her, preferring solitude. She suffers from severe headaches and insomnia, signs of her suppressed emotions. Ignatia Amara's hallmark is its paradoxical nature, where symptoms behave unpredictably and contradict expectations. Emotional symptoms include silent grief and suppressed emotions, deep sighing as a physical outlet for unexpressed pain, and contradictory mood swings that puzzle even close companions. There's also an aversion to consolation, finding solace in solitude rather than sympathy. Physical symptoms can be quite unique as well. There's a sensation of a lump in the throat, especially when holding back tears, and digestive disturbances like cramping or bloating linked to emotional stress. Paradoxical relief is also common. Solid food alleviates throat pain, and spicy meals calm an upset stomach. Additionally, there's an aversion to fruit and sensitivity to cigarette smoke. These paradoxes often challenge diagnosis. For instance, while most sore throats worsen with swallowing, Ignatia patients experience relief when swallowing solids. A mother's loss. After her child's death, a mother sighs deeply throughout the day, feels a tightness in her throat, and experiences stomach cramps. Ignatia helps her process grief while alleviating physical symptoms. A teenager's heartbreak. Distraught after a breakup, a teenager develops muscle spasms, avoids social interactions, and lashes out unpredictably. Ignatia restores emotional balance and relieves physical tension. A high-achieving woman facing a career failure appears composed but suffers from insomnia, digestive issues, and emotional withdrawal. Ignatia addresses both her mental anguish and somatic complaints. To distinguish Ignatia from similar remedies, consider these key differences: natrum muriaticum, silent grief with long-term stoicism, avoiding emotional expression altogether. Pulsatilla, openly tearful and seeks consolation, unlike Ignatia's reserved and private demeanor. Phosphoric acid, emotional numbness and apathy dominate, contrasting with Ignatia's emotional turbulence. Sepia, emotional indifference and exhaustion, with less focus on hysterical reactions or mood swings. Ignatia Amara is invaluable in treating emotional trauma, grief, heartbreak, and emotional shocks. Hysterical reactions, sudden uncontrollable crying or laughing, nervous system disorders, spasms, neuralgia, and unexplained numbness. Physical manifestations of grief, throat constriction, spasmodic coughing, and digestive disturbances. Summary of confirmatory features: deep sighing, a frequent and involuntary expression of suppressed grief. Aversion to consolation, a preference for solitude over sympathy. Paradoxical reactions, unexpected symptom relief such as solid food, easing throat pain. Lump in the throat, a hallmark physical symptom of emotional distress. Aversion to fruit, a striking and peculiar dislike that aids diagnosis. Conclusion: Ignatia, the silent healer. Ignatia Amara bridges the gap between mind and body, offering solace to sensitive souls grappling with grief, disappointment, or emotional shocks. By addressing the interplay of emotional and physical symptoms, it restores harmony, empowering individuals to navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. Truly, Ignatia is nature's compassionate gift for the tender-hearted. Disclaimer: this information is provided for professional homeopathic practitioners only. The author assumes no responsibility or liability for any misuse or improper application of the remedy. This remedy should only be used under the supervision of a qualified homeopathic practitioner. That's all for today. Do you know what holistic treatment is? Do you think we should try homeopathy? Feel free to share in the comments below. If you'd like to learn about new remedies, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to cover them as soon as possible.